Welcome to my channel. In this video update, we bring you the heartfelt news of the passing of one of the most iconic voices of the 20th century. Legendary singer Connie Francis has died at the age of 87. Known for timeless hits like Who's Sorry Now and Pretty Little Baby, Francis broke barriers in music and touched millions of lives through her voice, her resilience, and her remarkable story. Let's take a look back at the life and legacy of this unforgettable artist.
Connie Francis.
The pop sensation who defined an era with her powerful vocals and emotional depth passed away on the evening of July 16th, 2025 at the age of 87. The news was confirmed by her close friend Ron Roberts, president of Concetta Records, who shared the announcement on social media. He wrote, "It is with a heavy heart and extreme sadness that I inform you of the passing of my dear friend Connie Francis last night." The message, also shared on Francis's official Facebook page, expressed the intent to inform her devoted fans first. Just weeks earlier, on the 4th of July, Connie had updated her fans, saying she was feeling much better after a good night, following a brief hospitalization. Sadly, she returned to the hospital shortly after, undergoing tests to determine the cause of intense pain. Despite the hopes of her fans and the encouraging update, her condition worsened. In an unexpected twist of fate, Connie had recently gained new attention from a younger audience, as her 1962 track Pretty Little Baby found viral success on TikTok more than 6 decades after its original release. It was a poetic reminder of just how timeless her music truly was. Born Conchetta Franconero in Newark, New Jersey in 1937, Connie showed early signs of talent. Encouraged by her father, she started performing at the age of 4, singing and playing accordion at local talent contests. She later became a regular on NBC's Startime Kids, where she adopted the stage name Connie Francis. In 1955, she signed with MGM Records. But early success didn't come easy. Her first 18 singles failed to chart. The label was ready to drop her. But her father urged her to record a decades-old song called Who's Sorry Now? Connie wasn't convinced. She thought the teens watching American Bandstand would laugh her off the stage. Still, she recorded it, and initially the song went unnoticed. Everything changed when Dick Clark played the song on American Bandstand in 1958. Suddenly, Who's Sorry Now became a massive hit in both the US and the UK, launching Francis into superstardom. It also marked the beginning of a lifelong friendship with Clark. From that moment, Connie Francis became one of the most beloved voices of the late 50s and early 60s. She followed up with chart toppers like My Happiness, Lipstick on Your Collar, and Among My Souvenirs. Her 1959 album, Connie Francis Sings Italian Favorites, became her best-selling album. And in 1960, she made history with Everybody's Somebody's Fool, becoming the first solo female artist to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. More success followed with My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own and Don't Break the Heart That Loves You, both hitting #1. She didn't just dominate American charts, she also found global fame, often re-recording her hits in multiple languages for international audiences. Francis also made a mark in film, most notably starring in the 1960 teen classic Where the Boys Are, alongside a young George Hamilton. But despite her success, Connie's life was marked by tremendous personal tragedy. In 1974, she was the victim of a brutal assault in a Long Island motel room, an experience that haunted her for decades. In 1977, a botched nasal surgery temporarily robbed her of her voice, and in 1981, her brother George was murdered in a mafia-related incident. She attempted a comeback in the early 1980s, but her struggles with mental health made it difficult. She was misdiagnosed several times and was institutionalized on 17 occasions across 5 different states. In 1984, she survived a suicide attempt. The same year, she released her candid memoir, Who's Sorry Now? Despite these hardships, Connie became an outspoken advocate for mental health awareness and victims of violent crime. She worked alongside President Ronald Reagan's task force on violent crime and later partnered with Mental Health America to share her story and give hope to others. In a 2018 interview, she said, "I tried to see humor in everything. even when I was in a mental institution. But I have to say, the support of the public has also been incredibly uplifting. She credited her fans with helping her survive the darkest moments of her life. In her 2017 memoir, Among My Souvenirs, she looked back on a life filled with love, loss, and music. One of her greatest regrets was not being able to pursue a lasting relationship with singer Bobby Darin, the man she often referred to as the love of her life. Her father had intervened and kept them apart, a decision she would always mourn. Connie was married 4 times throughout her life. Her relationships were often short-lived, and she spoke openly about the struggles in her personal life. She adopted 1 son, Joseph Jr., with her 3rd husband, and he survives her today. In an interview with People magazine, she once said, "I want to be remembered not so much for the heights I've reached, but for the depths from which I've come. I hope I did okay." Connie Francis did far more than okay. She made history, gave hope, and left behind a legacy of resilience and music that has stood the test of time. Her voice will continue to echo across generations, a reminder of strength, vulnerability, and the power of song. May she rest in peace.